most respected Professor Head, learned resource person, and my dear participants, good morning to all. Today, we have with us Dr. K. Yagu from Central University of Kerala as resource person. A brief intro to him. He is an assistant professor in the School of Education, Central University of Kerala. His areas of specialization are descriptive statistics, multivariate data analysis, and educational research methods. He is expert in learning management tools, web tools for education, mobile apps for education, augmented reality, education 4.0. His publication credit stands at 75 articles in national and international journals and paper presentations at 125 national and international conferences. He has completed 30 MOOC courses on different platforms like Coursera, Udemy, and Swire. He has served as a resource person in more than 250 conferences and workshops, FPP courses, refresher courses organized by various universities in India. He has authored 4 books in the area of ICT in education. He has completed 3 projects and has developed 8 e-contents on various aspects related to education like e-assessment, flipped classroom, mobile apps for learning, web-based learning, etc. Such a resourceful person is here to address this session on author identifier system. On behalf of the Department of Education, a warm welcome to you, sir. The platform is yours.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So, respected dignitaries, especially the Ambedkar sir and the other colleagues of the Department of Education around the university. So, thank you so much for providing a space for me to share my views related to the author identifier systems. So, hopefully, most of them already familiar with this topic, but here I may focusing some of the demonstration based only. I may highlight how to create a ID. Particularly, I'm focusing on how to create a Orchid ID, then Google Scholar profile, then LinkedIn profile, and the Scopus, all other profiles I'm focusing how to create it, how to use it for your showcasing your the publications to others. That is my the main target of my presentations today. So before going to deeply about the author identification, first you must know why the author identification is needed. So that's why just I'm going to one minute. Okay. So see, what is the need for this kind of author identification systems in the sense? See, when you want to send any letter to me previously, so previously we may much connected with this kind of postal services only. Suppose you like to send any letters to any of your friends or any people you want to send any letters, we need some kind of postal details, particularly for door number, street name, street number. Then even a lot of places they have the South Kanjangat, North Kanjangat. So like this different places, some kind of directions also available. Then finally we need to write a proper pin code. Once you write all the things only, the people send the letter to the proper address. Otherwise, they could not be send the letters directly to us. So why the postal address is needed? Because that is my identity. Suppose if you like to send any letter to me, you should write my name and Department of Education, Central University of Kerala, then the pin code. If you write all the things only, the letters might reach to my ear. Otherwise, it will not be reached. So if you want to connect any people, previously we need a postal address. And this is for the person, even now also it's needed. So for connecting with the people through the postal purpose, we need some kind of specific identity. So door number, then street name and street number, then directions of the district, finally the pin code also is much needed. Otherwise, you cannot send or you cannot connect the people directly through the postal book. And similarly, if you see the SIM card, why the SIM card I'm highlighting here? Because SIM is also part of the identity of us. What is the identity? Because our 10-digit number is our identity. That is a unique identity of us. So my number is 9486, is something's the number. That number, it represents Thiago. So if you want to connect me through the audio, you should connect with me through the 10-digit number only. Otherwise, it's not able to connect with me. You got clear? So that term, even I hope some of people are already familiar with the term SIM. Do you know the expansion of SIM? Do you know the extension of SIM? Anyone can type in the chat box. I think the chat box is disabled. Okay, no problems. Just I will explain. So the SIM represent subscriber identity model. So because the SIM card is our identity. So the SIM card consists of a 10-digit number. So that particular SIM card is represent our identity. And this like the term itself, we can find that they're called modules. So I hope you knows the meaning of e-modules, electronic modules. It's a consist of lot of things because we can be able to save the number of the others. We can keep even the repository, the SIM as a repository also. Therefore, in this mode, the SIM may what is acting is a different kind of role. So that is why we are using the term as a subscriber identity model. That SIM card is our identity. That 10-digit number is our identity. And see, in the electronic world, yeah, thank you. So thank you to enable the form. So subscriber identity model. Thank you, Dinesh ji. And see the next questions I'm going to talk to you. How we are connecting with each other in the electronic world. Particularly if you want to send email to Sailila Madam or Ambedkar sir, I need their mail ID. Otherwise, I could not be able to connect with them. So similarly, if you like to send the WhatsApp message, I know the Sailila Madam names. I should save that Sailila number in my mobile phone. Then only I can send the communication. So any communication related to the academic, I can send to her through the WhatsApp. So for connecting each of us, am I audible? So my voice is clear to all of you because the Abdul Moid research is telling that my echoing. Others kindly type, am I audible to all of you? Yes, thank you. So kindly check your net connection, sir, please. See, thank you all. See, the case of the electronic world, we should have some specific identity. For example, my email address is my identity. My mobile WhatsApp profile is my identity. Then Instagram ID is my identity. Then Facebook ID is my identity. LinkedIn profile is my identity. So for each of us to connecting with each others, we need some kind of social identity is needed. So particularly for social media identity. So this much of identity we are making for to connect each of us. But the problem with the research side, when you're publishing any article, when you're writing any books, we don't have that much of specific identity. That is why some of the platforms they extending the service to create some kind of unique ID to us. Just I'm showing that which are the identities needed in the case of the research purpose. Before that, just I type in the Google, when you type in your name, your details may comes, it means that you have some kind of unique identity. For example, just I'm going to go to my browser. See, this is my browser. Yeah. So here, if I type Tiago K, so my name is Tiago K only. Once I type it as a Tiago K, you can see lot of things might comes. Okay, so Tiago K, my photos are there. Okay, see Kerala, even my first is the website because I'm regularly using the same system. So that is why when I type in Tiago, automatically my details may comes. But if you're using the in your end, if you're typing the Tiago, the different message may comes because I'm using frequently the same devices. So which are things I'm accessible regularly, I'm accessing regularly, it may comes as a first. Suppose I'm typing as a Tiago K. See, just I'm Tiago, only Tiago. It gives me a lot of Tiago's information. So Tola Tiago, Tiago actor, and Tarani and Tiago. So a lot of names are there. But the first name, first details is not mine because this some of Tola Tiago, some the next one is the actor Tiago's Wikipedia. So after if you come to the fifth, sixth message only, the information should be my informations. Because in this world, the same name, lot of people having. So if you look onto the Tiago, more than lakhs people having the same name. So therefore, what we have to do in the digital spaces, particularly in the case of digital spaces, we should create a specific name or specific identity for us. See, some of the writers like Kalki and Sujata, why they keeping some kind of nicknames? Because that nicknames is represent the persons. So actually, the Kalki and the Sujata is not their names. They're making some kind of pen names. That pen names is representing the particular author, the particular contributors. So similarly, in the case of digital spaces, particularly for accessing any kind of online things, we should create some kind of specific or some kind of identity from our end. That's why what I did, I have the specific identity. This is my identity in the case of the online world. So my name is Tiago K only. But most of the people, those who connect with me online, they may know my name is only the Tiago Surya only, not in Tiago K. Actually, my name is only Tiago K only. But I created here some digital space names as a Tiago Surya. Once you type as a Tiago Surya, you can see all my Tiago Surya details may come. So this is because I created some kind of unique name that is for the digital spaces. If someone wants to be connect me, they need to find my name in the online world with a specific name. That is called this is like a nickname for me. The Thiago Surya is my nickname. It is the identity of my online. So if you're what is that finding me in the Thiago K, you cannot find it, locate me in the online. But if you're typing Thiago Surya, you can be able to find out my name. So similarly, I hope each one having some kind of digital space name. So that name is called digital space or digital word names. We have some kind of specific name or some kind of identity in the case of the digital word that is called digital space names. Yeah, see, that's why I'm showing. Tiago K is my personal name. But in the case of the online world, my name is Tiago Surya because I created like this. Because otherwise the people may confusing who is Tiago. Because in the world, in the digital world, lot of Tiagos are there. So for making them, for making my purpose or making comfortable purpose for me, I convert my name as a Tiago in the case of digital world. Similarly, the case of the research. Why this kind of author identification is needed? Because lot of people are writing lot of things. But when you find your article, when I need to find your article, I know I need your the contributions things. Without the basic things, I cannot be able to connect with you, or I could not be able to read your article. Therefore, in this digital spaces and digital world, each one should select, each one should create some kind of identity. We can create some kind of identity, and that identity, why is needed? See, for example, in the case of academic world, I'm talking in the academic world, lot of people have the same name. For example, Tiago Surya, Tiago K, Tiago Kaliappan. You can see the lot of things I've typed here. Because all the names, the first name is Tiago, the last name is K one. Tiago Kannan, Tiago Kalayarasan, Tiago Kamalan, Tiago Kalaivanan, and Tiago Krishnamurthy. So this much of names are there. When the people want to find my particular article, lot of confusion may arise because what is my name exactly? What is the intent to search the particular author's name? A lot of confusion may arise. Then what we have to do? We should have some kind of platforms which providing some kind of unique ID. From that ID represents Thiago or Sai Leland or Ambedkar sir. So each person having a different identity number or identity profile when it comes with the use of some kind of specific platform, because it reduces the some kind of confusion about who is writing the article, who is not writing this article. So for reducing this kind of confusion, this kind of ambiguity, we should create some kind of author, we have to depend on some kind of author identification systems. So please see here. So I'm showing there is a four emoji or four robots, but you cannot find out the difference between the four robots. So click C. For example, A, B, C, D. All the robots click C. But in the case of the digital world or in the case of the researcher world, some kind of research platform is providing the each one some kind of specific number. Even I'm really appreciating the organizer because each one they put typing the number RMSA 1147, RMSA 1167. So like this you're typing, no, that is your identity. For this particular program, the organizer make some kind of identity for you because they want to collect your data, where you attended the programs or not. For the easy purpose, for accessing you in the easy purpose, they're creating some kind of unique ID. I hope you understood. This same kind of identity only we are going to generate through different platforms, particularly for our research contributions. We have to showcase to others. We need to some kind of platforms. Yes, so this is here, this is identity system. Thank you, Simon. Even just put the name RMSA 2358. That is the identity of the SIMA. That's it, Professor Vinita Singh, her identity is RMSA 0018. Similar way, we should connect all our contributions, the research contribution, in this single umbrella unique identifications number or unique identity systems. For this, we should depend on some kind of platforms. So this is the definition of author identification systems. Author identifiers are unique identifiers assigned to research to prevent author ambiguity problem. That is the main important, because if you Google it as a Tiago K, you can find it more than 1,000 Tiago, but you cannot find out who is exactly mine work. So because the digital work. So due to that, if you are compile all your work in a single umbrella unique identifier systems, any peoples in the world, they may connect with you in a single ID. So see the best example of our Aadhaar card. So the Aadhaar card is our Indian citizens, each individual having the same unique number. The same number it not be for the others. So because in the case of Tiago K, a lot of people might be there. That's why the government is giving a specific number to each citizens. That citizen's number, it represents my identity. Similarly, in the case of digital spaces, particularly for our author, I mean, for the research contribution purpose, should depend on some kind of unique identification. Otherwise, the people may not be connected. So it may reduce some kind of ambiguity problem within the scholarly community, and because the research is having the same first and last names. And in what way the researcher identity may helping us? So the first 10 minutes only I may focusing on this some kind of um, theoretical input. After I may lead demonstration things only. The author identification systems, in what way may benefit to us? This is less ambiguity. So it not be create some any kind of confusion, because if you want to send if you want to share your the entire contribution in the case of research, you can send, for example, you are publishing nearly 50 articles. Instead of sending us a 50 links to the your students or in your while attending the interview, you can send only one ID number, like Archid ID or your Google Scholar account link. That's more than enough to find what are the contribution you did, what is your citation, what is your H index, what is your item index, everything they can find it from the single ID itself. So this is way it may reduce the ambiguity. It may reduce a lot of confusions to locate who you are. And the second one, accurate citations, and easy to find what is the exactly citation, how much citation you got. And we can easy to check some kind of all metrics. So I hope you know what is all metrics. So the all metric represent the, it's like a alternative matrices. It consists of all, how many citation, how many people have shared the link, how many people are using your article, how many people have downloaded the article, everything is called as an all metrics. So in this case, each of the, suppose if in the Google Scholar and all, we can easy to count number of citation of the each article, and we can easy to locate how many citations we got up to today. So everything we can easy to locate from the single identity. Then the evaluation the author productivity. So that is why suppose even the Nobel Prize winners and all, they are, in some cases they provide the prizes based on the H index or item index. So it is showcasing the quality. It's showing the quality of the researcher. So the evaluations of the productivity also, it may help us. Then data storage. That's why I told it's like a umbrella. We can combine all our work in a single ID, because it's act as a repository. Even the Google Scholar, what is the work is doing this? It gives it space to collect all our informations in a single page spaces. Then we can, whenever you want to share to anyone all the your contribution details, we can share it in a single link itself. The people might be able to watch the entire contribution which is made from again. Then research crash reference possible. So here the other important things is to be that we can easy to connect with the Google search or the Bing search. Anyway, it may be connect with the sites, because, for example, if you want to check your Archie ID, just I'm copying the Archie ID link and paste in my browser. Automatically, I can see your the contribution. Similarly, your research scholar in your research gate. So if I know the link, I can be able to connect with you. I can be able to link with you. Then finally, it creates some kind of academic network. Even suppose I'm very much like to contribute my articles in digital education. Those who are already having the expertise in this particular field, they are also able to connect with me. Similarly, I am also able to connect with them. So it may developing some kind of networking system. So that's why I use the term as academic genealogist. So like it is. So for example, in the case of the famous writers, then for example, the A is the writer. Then the followed by some of the writers, B is the writer. Then followed by the same family and the different writers may come through. So all the family, the academic genealogists will be able to find it from this kind of platforms. And generally, the research visibility, we can make it into a two different spectrum. So this is a research visibility. If you want to showcase your visibility, visibility of your contributions, we must define the two. One is for research impact, and researcher profiles. So research profile is our end. We can enrich our research profiles things like Archid ID, Google Scholar, Scopus, and Research ID, etc. But in the case of research impact, it's not made by from our end. So only the author impact we can able to do, but other things, particularly for the journal impact and all, the journal may take care of that. So in the case of research impact, different modalities there. One is called article impact, then journal impact, then third is author impact, then last one is all metrics. So this is the way the research impact may be evaluated. In the case of research profiles, this is the two way the research visibility may reach the wider audience. And this is the some of the tools, platforms I may focusing, but I'm not giving the theoretical insights here. Just I'm showing the names, then after that I may lead my demonstration. The tool which I'm going to focus here, one is called Scopus. How we can create a Scopus here. My intention, how we can create a ID. That's my, because the program objectives, my lectures, only the author identification systems only. Just I'm going to explain how we can create a profile, how we can find your ID. So that only I'm focusing. So if you have any queries, the extended, I can, what is that, extended my presentation also. Then second one is the Web of Science, how to create a Web of Science research ID. Then where you can locate this ID number. Then next is the Archid ID. Then this is steps of Archid. Then I'm going to explain Google Scholar profile, how to create a Google Scholar profile. Then next tool I'm focusing is the research gate. So even some other people, so they may feel that I'm not getting much citations. I'm not getting a lot of, I'm not getting much, what is this, H index center, because most of the time we are publishing previously, I'm talking about previously, we may publishing the article to the hard copy. So when you have published the article in hard copy, you will not get the much of the H index or the item index, even the citation, because that particular article is not available in the digital world. So it's not be accessible to other people. That due to that fact, we cannot get more citations. But what we are doing, we can convert that kind of hard copy into soft copy. We have to update into the or upload into the ResearchGate and academia. From this, we can what is that, enhance our citation and other things. Then academia.edu. Then there is the next tool is archive author ID. Archive author ID. Then next is here repub author services. Then PubMed author ID and Microsoft Academia Research ID, then LinkedIn. Even the LinkedIn, most of the times we may think the LinkedIn only the social media, but the LinkedIn is also part of the researcher. We can upload our research, we cannot be upload. We can give only the descriptions like the Google Scholar. We are giving the details on like what is that. Conference title, what is the paper you presented, what is the article you published, the volume number, issue number, that kind of preliminary details we can give into the LinkedIn. And this also may act as a professional platform, LinkedIn. Now I'm moving to the demonstration. The first tool which is Archid ID and see that Archid represent open researcher and contributor ID. So the term, the O represent open, R represent researcher. So it's represent open researcher. Any researcher can open and access this Archid, and they can find in the some kind of unique ID that is called contributor ID. The name itself, open researcher and contributor ID. So this is the first step. So because I'm not able to demonstrate once again how to create a account, because I'm already 2 or 3 accounts having the Archid. So I don't have new mail ready. That's why I'm going to highlight the basic steps how to create a profile in the Archid through the screenshot which I made it early. The other things I can directly come to the demonstration. So the first steps, when you create a Archid ID, you can go to the archid.org. So if now you'd like to create now itself, you can create it now. So the link also I'm giving to the chat box, archid.org. So this is an URL ID. Once you give the Archid ID, you can be able to find out this kind of interface. This is a user interface. So, and one more thing, it's open access. It's an open source also. So, right, there is no need to be get or there is no need for the official mail ID and in this case, because some other platforms we need to having the official mail ID, like some kind of institution mail ID. But in this case of Orchid, you don't need to be connected with there is no need for the your institution mail ID. In your personal mail ID itself, you can be able to connect here. After reaching this sites, you can go to there is a sign in option. See, there is a right color on the right side. You are finding the sign in and register options. So once you click the sign in register, then it leads the next page. This is the second interface. Here it asking some other criminal details. Suppose if you're already having the account, it asking the sign in credentials, because the Orchid ID consists of 16 numbers, 16 digit numbers, right? Like a 44 consists of the 16, four times of four digit numbers might comes. From this, or once you create an account itself, you can find it the unique number. I like to share your number also in the chat box because the people might connect with you later. And if it comes down little, you can find out the other options like sign in Google and sign in Facebook and register now. See, because if you're not having the account, you can go with the register now. If you're already having the account, you can go with a different mode, even access through your institution account, or sign in with a normal Gmail, or sign in with a Google, Facebook. So they are providing this much of spaces. And see, this is called register now. Once you click the register now, it leads the next page. It's very simple. If possible, those are not having the account, kindly create now itself parallelly. It might helping to finding some kind of difficulty while facing. You can type in the chat box also, because I'm able to clear the answer. And there's a 3 steps process for data. Second for security and notification. Third one is called visibility and content. There's a 3-step process to create an account, to create an Orchid ID. So first you have to give the first name. So always I'm giving the first name is your, for example, my name is K. Thiagu. I'm using Tamil Nadu and all, they are using the initial first. The initial is represent my father name, the Kaliappan, and the Thiagu is my name. So here the first name is your name. So for example, for my case, the Thiagu is my first name. The last name my initial. So I can give the K, because this like a profile name also, the people is easy to find. Oh, this is Thiago, like because I'm not using my nickname here. This is my academic profile. So therefore, we can create your own name still now, which you publish the article. So because I published all my article in the name of Thiago K only. So here you could not use any kind of nicknames here. Okay, so better you can create your name as you like, as you published earlier in the case of the publications, even the article or book publication, what is the name you're using, the same you can use it. So give the first name, last name, and primary email. So these are the things you have to give. The first two things you can give the name, first name is your name, then last name is your initial, it's option one. Then the primary email address, then confirm primary. Even if you like to add the additional email address, is possible. Even for example, you are now created with only single mail ID. If you want to connect with the other mail ID later, that's also possible. That also in focusing data. So first you can give the first name, then last name, then give the primary details. Then after this, click the next button. Once you click the next button, it goes to the second step. The second step is much important, that is called security purpose. We should create some kind of password. So that password, what you have to do, you can create the password. The password consists of the maximum 8 or more characteristics and one letter or symbol you should be using. Okay, one number. So it consists of alphanumeric. So it's an alphanumeric based password you have to create it. So once you type the password and confirm password, it goes to the second step. See, I'm giving the password as well as the confirm password. Once you give the password and confirm password, then you can click the final notification. See, there is a small acknowledgement. So you can select it here. Then after selecting this one, you can go to the next steps. So once you go to the next step, there's a third step that is called, this is a step 3 of 3, the last steps, visibility settings. So by default, what visibility should be given the new items added to Orchid ID? Everyone want to see your profile, you can click the 87. Suppose the tester organization, only the tester organization belongs to your university want to see you can select it. Better to go with the everyone, because your files to be for public, not in a private mode. So the same when you're publishing any kind of videos in the YouTube, no, there is a two mode. One is called public, private. No? Similarly, there is here everyone is for public mode. This for the private mode. So I'm always recommending to go with the everyone. Then only the people might be able to watch your contributions from the ID itself. So once you click here, once you select the everyone, then click the it's checking whether you are the robot. So kindly give that you are not a robot. Then click the register. So this much process is needed for creating Archid ID. So for creating the Archid ID, now I'm moving to my Archid ID. Just I'm moving to my direct demonstrations. Yes, so I'm coming to my Archid. So this is once you create an account, you can go to the Archid. Sorry. Okay, just I'm give the Archid. So now I'm going to demonstrate how to log in, then how we can upload the details. That things I'm focused here. So click the Archid ID. So once you click the Archid, this here user interface. Now I'm moving to the sign in options. Please kindly note. Previously, I demonstrate how to do the sign up. Now I'm going to the demonstration how to sign in, right? So I'm going to the sign in. Once you give the sign in, we can have the different mode, whether we can go with the sign in with your 16-digit Orchid ID or the mail which you connected here, or then finally you can give the password which is created while creating the account. So otherwise, you go with it, sign in with Google. So I am going to sign in with Google. Now it's showing all my credentials. From this, I'm connecting with my Arch ID with this mail ID only. See, this is my mail ID, the first mail ID. The other mail ID is not connected with this particular account. Therefore, I'm clicking the mail ID which I'm connecting here. Once I click here, it goes to the Archid homepage. Now see, this is my Archid interface. This is my Archid interface. Please, I request all to stop chatting now. Please, I request all to stop chatting because the people it may disturbing to the screen. Okay, I will give the space to discussing with me. So now you can see the screen. If you have any doubts, that time only you can type. So don't type your number now, please. If you have the doubts, you can type it in the chat box. And see, this is my profile. Please kindly see my profile. This is my entire profile of the Archid. And see the left side, you can find my Archid. So please, I request all to paste your Archid ID now in the chat box. Now this is a task to all of you. Those who have created an account, copy this link and paste it here. Even I can share this link in the chat box so you can check my profile, how I constructed. Just I'm going to share my profile through the chat box. If you have any doubts only, you can ask in the chat box, please. Oh, I think that it's disabled. Huh? Yeah, so thank you. So one person RMS is there. So this is my Archid ID. I'm just copying it. I'm pasting here. Yes, so this is my Archid ID. Thank you, RMC. There's in other persons also give the Archid ID. You can check the Archid ID of each of them. This is my identity. This is my research identity. This is my contribution. This is contribution identity. So if the people want to know how many publications I did my end, they can click it and they can find it from the end. So thank you so much, Kushbu Kumar. So others also kindly posted here. This is the contributions of the researchers. Now, just I will tell you how to construct this one. Always you can connect with the other tools like ResearchGate or in a Scopus from directly from here. So please kindly see the first thing. If it comes down, also known as, because in the digital world, I have the different names. The digital world, I have the different names because the Tiago K and the Tiago Koliapan, because my father name is also some of the publication, they're asking the father name. That's why I like to put the Tiago Koliapan and my digital space name, Tiago Studio, so I type here. But see my profile name, the top right corner, you are seeing my profile name. The profile name is my academic name. My academic name is Tiago K. I didn't change any kind of names here. Only in the case of the also known as, what you have to do, how we can modify this also known as, kindly click there is a pen symbol. Please kindly see the screen. There is a pen symbol. Once you click the pen symbol, it goes to the next small pop-up interface. There, it's asking the source, right? So the source is Tiago K. I can give my nickname Tiago Kaliapan. Then the second name is Tiago Surya. Suppose I like to give the other nickname. For example, if you have different names, In some journals, now they put the K as the first, they have this end. Therefore, what I'm going to do, I'm going to add the other nickname. I'm going to click the plus. I'm giving the name like this, Kaliappan, because some of the articles, my father name comes first, my name is comes less. So I'm giving the Kaliappan Tiago. So then save changes. So now you can see there is a three names, Tiago Kaliappan, Tiago Surya, and Kaliappan Tiago. So these are three names in the case of digital spaces. This also that other people, those are connected with me, the link they can be able to see it. Then country. Suppose if you like to change the country, you can click here, you can type the country here, right? And here this much important. Whether you want to visible this particular country things, if you want to visible to all others, you can go with this the green, and that is called the small doll, no small head symbol. Once you press the green color represent, it may visible to the people. Suppose I like to go with the trusted people, those who are connected and those who are connected with my institution. That people only make see watch my the details. Then you can go with this one. Suppose you like to stop. So it's like if you want to fix 100% privacy, you can go with this mode. But always you can go with this because then only the people, the profile may access by the others. They can see who you are, where you are from, everything they may find it from here. So you can select this one. Yes. Then go cancel. Then third one, the keywords. The keywords represent the article which you published, So which are the areas of your specialization? For example, my specialization, most of the article in the ICT, then some of the article in mathematics education. So that's why what I did, there's a keyword. If you go there, it's asking the keywords. So this is my specialization area. You can type the keywords of specialization area, education research, ICT in education, mathematics education. Suppose your mode number, for example, I could go with education technology also. You can go to the plus symbol and type education technology. So like this, you can add the your details. This is like our biodata. Please, it looks like our biodata. It looks like our resume. That from the number that will be able to get who you are, where you are from, what is your specialization, everything they may find it from here. Now see, this much important. Please kindly see there is a website and social links. And most of the people, they're not updating this one, but you always should be connected with this. Because for example, see, this is my websites. Suppose the participants, for example, those who are able to connect with me, the link of my Archid ID, they want to see my contributions other than the publications. They can click my sites. Once click my site, it clicks my website. See, this is my website. So automatically, the people, those who are connecting with me, they can visit my website also. This is my personal website. And similarly, from the Archid, they want to access my academia profile. They can click the academia profile. It leads the academia. See, this is my academia. This is my academia profile. Similarly, the people who want to access my research gate, they can click the research gate, they can access my research gate. Because the research gate, the people might download our article also. Because other platforms like Archid and Google Scholar, they cannot be downloaded because it's only the link, only the details is available. But in the case of the research gate or the academia, we are uploading our soft copy of our article. From this, any people can download it. Therefore, you can connect with your Archid ID with this kind of websites. Just I'm going to tell how to connect with your sites here. For connecting with the sites, you can go to the pen symbol. There is a edit my version. Once you click the edit my version, there is a next interface. So in this interface, what you have to do, I am already connected with this my site, the link, then academia, my link, researchgate, the link. Suppose I like to connect with my Archid areas. So for example, I like to connect with my YouTube channel. Okay, so for what I'm going to do, I can type as a YouTube. So I'm YouTube, and I'm pasting my YouTube. What is the link? My YouTube channel link. I can paste it here. So for example, just I put the YouTube only here for the demonstration purpose. So this much is needed. So you have to give that the title, then give the link. Then after that, go with save changes. But now I'm not doing this one. Okay. So cancel. So like this, you can add your all your websites things, links, like particularly for the academia and research gate, you should connect with the your Orchid itself. So now I hope now you're understood these things. The next important thing, this was much needed. Other IDs like the Orchid ID, we have other IDs like researcher ID, then Scopus author ID. How we can connect with this? Suppose you are already connected with the Scopus and the the research gate and the Puplands with your Arch ID. Automatically that IDs might come. This IDs might come. You could not be typed here because it will be directly merged with your the tool IDs. Please see here, because I'm already connected with my research ID as well as the Scopus ID with my Arch ID. So due to that, automatically comes. There is no plus symbol. Here you cannot be typed here. Please kindly note. Here you cannot be type and connect here. Here you can go to the research ID, researcher ID or the Scopus author ID. From that platforms, it asking your Arch ID. Once you give the Arch ID, automatically your Arch ID is made blend. It's made connect with your researcher ID as well as Scopus. So this is a process I'm going to tell how to connect with the Arch ID with these different platforms. But here it cannot be added previously, which are added like website, otherwise the keywords. No? The same mode we cannot be added here. Only things we can connect with the directly from the platforms only. Now this is here other IDs. Suppose the people want to see my just I'm closing here. Suppose the people want to see my researcher ID or the Scopus. So how many articles are published the Scopus? The people want to know me. They want to find me. They can go to the Scopus author. In the Scopus author, there is ID. And only thing the Scopus author ID, if you publish any article in this Scopus journal, then only you can get the ID. Otherwise, you cannot find the ID. So it's only the, if you publish any article, only you can find out the Scopus ID. Otherwise, you cannot find it. But the Arch ID, those who are creating the profile itself, they can find out the Arch ID. So this is my, see, I'm already connected with the Arch ID. Due to that, only you are seeing the Arch ID, the linkage in the archive. So this is my Scopus preview. This is my Scopus preview. So still now I published only one article in the Scopus index. So due to that, you are finding the only one in the 2019 I published. But that article also is available. See, this is titled Awareness of Questions on Answer Open Online Course MOOCs, a tool consumer standardization. But this kind of linkage you can do from the Scopus only, not from the archive. I hope now we understood the basic things. Next, the email. Suppose you like to add your email also. This is also visible to everyone. You can add your professional mail ID. The same mode, you can click the pen symbol and you can give the add your mail ID. Right. The next thing, even we can add other mail ID. Suppose the same, I have one mail ID now. I like to add the second mail ID also to connect with this particular account. I can go to the edit version. I can add another mail ID also. So once you add the other mail ID, it asking some kind of verification link. So automatically that particular mail ID, you may get some kind of verification mail. Once you connect with this, once you access this link, once you activated the link, even the second mail ID we should connect now. From this also you can access the Arch ID. So like this, you can go with the n number of mail ID to access a single account itself. That's also possible here. And just I'm moving the other things because still now I'm talking about the dashboard views only. The dashboard, suppose you like to add your entire identity QR code. For example, you are preparing some website. In the website, you like to show the QR code. For example, just I'm going to my site. In my site, there is a QR code. And if you go to my second page about me, I'm adding my QR code also. Because some people, they like to watch me, who am I, with the QR code. So this kind of QR code also we can able to download from the Arch ID. If you go to the left corner, you are finding the get QR code. So once you click here, there is a QR code. This QR code is your identity. So that's a number. The entire number is converted in QR code. Then you can keep it the code at anywhere. For example, you are preparing some kind of card, like visiting card you are preparing. That QR code you can paste it there. So the people want to connect with you in the academically, they can check your contribution through the QR code itself. So this is a way that people may connect with you through the QR code also. Next is a public record print. Now display. These are the small display settings and all. The main things I can come to the main area. Please can you see this is my main area. Here, how we can add our contributions. So in the case of bibliography, you can press the edit versions, and you can copy and paste. If you have some kind of biography about you can just copy and paste, or you can type directly from here. Because when the people connect with your link, they can know who you are. So you should give some kind of biographical information. At least you can give your destination, so who you are and where you are from. That description you have to give, right? I'm giving this agent. The second one, employment. So for all the employment, if you want to add one by one, there is the option called add employment. You can click the add employment. From this, you can add the employment, organization needs, city, state, then the which states you finish it, the which country, and the start of dating the course and when we finish the course. Like if you want to update your PG program, MPhil program, PhD programs, that you have to. So this for the employment. Sorry, this for the employment. Now where you are working, previously where you are working, that details you have to give here. Suppose if you still you are working, you can give us a blank. This for the end date. Suppose you are currently working in some places, you can give this piece here. So this for the employment. The second one. This is for the education qualification. So you can add all your education qualification here one by one. So this for the add qualification, add education. So there's two more. So once you go with the add qualifications, it has the organization, city, state, then country, department, role title, URL. Suppose you have any URL, you can paste it. It's not compulsory URL. Then when you start the course, when did you finish the program, everything you can go. If you like to go with the second one, you can go with the add list. This is for the add qualification. Suppose you like to go with the add education, there's the same mode. Okay, but only the both it's but it's showing the organization. Previous is talking about the programs. Only the two different is there. Look like a both, but once you type any one, automatically it's showing the things only. But only things you can enable the everyone. Otherwise, the people cannot watch the your education background and all. And invited positions, distinction. If anything is there, you can add it here. Membership. Suppose you are a member at any reputed organization, you can make it. Any funding also you can add here. So for everything, you can go with the add options on. Now the main options works. So here we are going to add your contributions in through the Google Scholar itself. So just I'm going to the Google Scholar for the purpose, because for typing you already have the Google Scholar. Therefore, there is no need to type once again all the details, because for adding the details one by one is very much difficult. They're given the lot of modality to add the articles. Just I'm telling this modality. So what are the types we have to add the articles? One is called, if you go to the works, you can find it the add works. We can go with search and link. Suppose some of the articles available online. You can type your name and find the articles and select the article from here. There is another mode that's called RQ, RQ ID. This is particularly for the physics people, they are using this kind of ID. Those are basically from physics background. You can go with this archive. And other people, other people also they may using this. Suppose you have the DOI number, some of the Scopus article or something Springer, particularly online article, they have some kind of DOI number, digital object identifier. If you want to connect this article through the DOI, you can go with this. Suppose you have the PubMed, you are already update all the PubMed article there. If you want to add the PubMed article directly from here, PubMed, the resources here, you can go with this. But now I'm going to highlight this one, import bib text, because it's very simple. Like in a notepad, like a notepad way we have to upload it, and automatically all the articles may come here. So suppose you don't have any accounts, you don't have any account, Google Scholar is not there, PubMed is not there, then what you have to do, the first time users, you can go with add manually. You can add the articles one by one. So this is here things I'm highlighting, how to add your articles one by one. Here we cannot upload the article. Please kindly note, there is a difference between upload and adding the article, right? So here I'm talking about adding the article only. So like we can give the description. Suppose if you like to add the articles, publication details, you can go to the publications. Here the word type, suppose the book chapter, book review, book, dictionary entry, dissertation. Suppose I like to add my article. So journal article, you can click the journal article. Then title of your article. You can type here, then subtitle. If you have any subtitle, you can give here. Then journal title. So what is the journal title? Publication date. And if you have the citations type, APA, because some of your article may be APA format or Chicago Manual or Harvard, no? Which is the format of this article, you can select here. If you have any citation, if you have, you can add it. Otherwise, it may automatically direct it. Then description, like any abstract, if you want to give, you can give it. It's not compulsory, it's only optional only. Then work identifiers. So identify times, start typing to see more options. Like identify times is nothing but the key terms, right? Because the identify types, the identifier value, if you have any kind of ID number for the like DOI number, if you have, you can type the number. identify URL. Suppose you have some online article having some specific URL, you can add it. Otherwise, not needed. And the details also they given. They can add the URL, language used. So which the language you are using, the particular article, the country of publications. After adding all, you can go with add to this. So like this, you can add the article manually one by one. But the problem for adding the article one by one, it's a time consuming. So because I'm already having the account of the this one, what is it? Scopus, Academia or the Research Scholar. Therefore, so Google Scholar. So from this, we can easily import. We can easily import all our the contributed things which is available in the Google Scholar. I can able to import directly from as a bit export. So that only I'm focusing because there is a 61 article I uploaded. So articles not uploaded, added. This how I did in the sense I'm going to the Scopus. So sorry, I'm not going to the Research Scholar and Google Scholar. For this, there is there is a button I'm having. Otherwise, you can go to the Google Scholar directly. So I'm using the button based because all the academicians should have this kind of button. Then only you can use it to connect your Google Scholar regularly. So this is my Google Scholar account. In this, I'm going to my profile. So just I'm going to demonstrate how to add your contributions, which is available in the Google Scholar, how we can import these details into the your Archid ID. For this, what I'm going to do, this is my profile. You can select all the title because there is this much of titles available. I want to import all the details from here to my Archid ID. For this, I'm selecting here. Please kindly see there is a selected. Then you can find the export option. Once you click the export, here they provide a lot of options like BibTeX, EndNote, Roughman, and CSV. So I'm going to download BibTeX. So once you click that BibTeX, is asking that export selected article or export all my articles. So you can go with the any mode. So I go with the export selected articles. Because export all selected articles is only the selected, only the first page, only 20-25 articles only. So, but I have nearly 75 articles, therefore I'm going to export all my articles. Click export. Once you click export, there is a file. See, this is a file. If you look like a notepad, no notepad file. So here the article, the title, everything's available. What you have to do, you can download this file. You have to download this file. After downloading, you can go to the automatically the files may downloaded as a text. You can go to the archive. Then just I'm going to demonstrate how to add our work. You can go to the add work. Then there is an option called import BibTeX. Click the import BibTeX. Once you click the import BibTeX, it's asking to import the file. Yeah, so now you can see there is the import file. You can choose the file, import BibTeX. You can choose the file. Once you choose the file, I'm going to the download because just now it's downloaded. And there is a BibTeX file which I download. No works bib. Okay, so I'm selecting this one. Then after this open. Once it's open, automatically the all my Google Scholar, the contribution which I already previously added, it may connect like this. See, there's a 61 articles. I didn't do it because already I'm having. That's why I didn't do it. So, but I did the same mode only. So the same BibTeX I downloaded. Just I uploaded the BibTeX format here. Then finally I can access all my article publications here. See, so and here we can see only few article having the DOI number and all. So those article having DOI number automatically may detect. So this article having DOI number, this article not having DOI number, but the work ID is there. So each articles you can see from your end. So only the descriptions, okay. Only some of the articles is in online base, you can able to access it, but other details only you can see my article descriptions. Only you have to find it from my end. So even if you want to find, for example, there is an article, it's about to publish, it's like a review, it's there. What you have to do, you can stop this one. So only me. So once you click the only me, this particular article, only it's made visible. Once it's published in the online, you can open it. So like this, you can construct, you can give the private, what is the settings, privacy settings one by one. So this way we have to add your articles. I hope you don't have any doubts in this. So the peoples may connect with this ID only. This is your Orchid ID. This is your contributions. So if you have any doubts, kindly type it now in the chat box because I'm moving to the next tutorial. So do you have any doubts in this Orchid ID? You can type on now. The chat box is disabled, I think so. Okay, so no problem. Then you can ask the question at the end. It's fine.
The chat box is enabled, sir. They can post the
Okay, thank you.
questions.
Thank you. Yeah, now please kindly post it because once you jump to the other tool, you cannot ask the questions now. No, please, you can ask the specific doubts related to the archive now, please. It's very simple. You even the layman's they can understood these things. Okay, when create a orchard ID, how to maintain it. So each time you can update, sir, senior sir, you can update your contributions and see your questions that how to maintain. For the maintaining, just I'm telling that how to showcase our talent. So this is much important. How to showcase it. Please kindly see whenever you're sending any article, sorry, any mail. This is my mailbox. You can click my signature. If I go to my signature, you can see my signature. So this is my postal address. So always you can wherever you are adding your profiles, you can go with the two kind of mode. One is called postal address. This is my postal address. This is my electronic links. This is my academic links. See the researcher ID, Scopus ID, Orchid ID, PubMed. Even when he's sending the mail to each one, they can access me. Who am I? So what is my contribution in the case of the digital education? What is my contribution in the case of research? Everything they can access from my end. So always I request all the academicians kindly keep the signature like this. And whenever you can, for example, sometimes we may forget our Orchid ID, the number and all, because there's a 6-digit number, no. But if you're keeping the signature column, whenever you need to, if someone's asking what's your ID, just to open your signature of your email and just to copy and paste it. So in this manner, we can easy to share our contributions in the open spaces. So since one of my research paper is not shown in the Google Scholar, I will come to the Google Scholar next, please. So any other questions related to the archive? I'm coming back to the next. I'm going to talk about that one only. Google Scholar. Any doubts now? Other than I think there is no. When create archive, how to maintain? Okay, can we direct write our article in archive? Sir, it's not a platform to write an article. This is only it's a repository. It's like a compilation work. It's doing is a compilation work. All our contribution, we are compiling it is single URL. That is the work only it's doing now. The Archer is doing that one. That's called the term itself. We can understand that open researcher and contributor identity card. So the term. So the researcher and contributors, if they need to find create any kind of ID, you can go with this. So they publish before creating Orchid ID. Of course, not at all issue. Okay, you can add later. You can add the later any article which you publish yearly that you can add it later. So that's not at all issue because see, I created this account 2015, I think so. The Orchid ID, I think so. The 2015 one I created, but you can see the articles in 2002, 2003, 2016, 2014. Yeah, 2014 articles you can see. 2014, 2013 article. This 2013, this 2012. This is 2012. Yeah, 2011, 2011. So this is not at all issue. When you create an account, then automatically you can add your still know what you published now that you can add it directly from here. Yes, now I'm moving to the Google Scholar. I think there is no questions now. I'm moving to the Google Scholar now. So just I'm closing this one. Anyway, I opened this because sometimes if you have any doubts, I can leave. No. So this is my Google Scholar. How can you maintain Orchid? So still now I'm talking about how to maintain only. So maintenance represent how to update your details. So if you update the details and share your link to the peoples in the academic circle, then only the peoples might find it. How publish my own article in Scopus Journal can be demonstrated. So this is my demonstration purely based on the author identification. If any space, any time space is there, then I can read how to publish the article, how to upload it, the other article into the Scopus also. But now I'm going to the Google Scholar. Please kindly see the Google Scholar. Before going to the Google Scholar, just I'm going to explain how to create an account because I'm already 3 accounts having the Google Scholar. For showing the account details, how to create it, just I'm going to the screenshot because I'm already having some screenshot. If you like, I can share this PowerPoint also. From this, you can see the step-by-step instruction how to create a Google Scholar profile also. Right, the Google Scholar, I'm giving the avoiding this kind of preliminary introduction. most of the people knows what is Google Scholar and all. The main advantage of Google Scholar, you don't need to create a separate profile, because if you have a Gmail account, you can easily to connect with, you can easily to create a own Google Scholar account from this itself. Default it may, that's called semi, the semi way our Google Scholars may connect with your Google Scholar. Our Gmail account semi it's already connected with the Google Scholar. Only things we can activate. So here I'm going to tell how to activate also. This is a Google Scholar homepage. So the link, the URL is called scholar.google.com. Once you give the scholar.google.com, you can go to the, it goes to the next level, next interface. It's asking that what is the mail ID you want to connect here. Because I'm having more than 7 Gmail mail ID. From this, I like to connect with this first mail ID. Please see here, thiagusuri@gmail.com. Therefore, I'm going to click this mail ID. Once you click here, there's a 3 steps, the same 3 steps which is available in the worksheet. I know the same kind of 3 steps. The first step number 1, it asking the profile, it create the profile, it can give some kind of basic information of the profile. The second step is we have to add some articles which is available in the online. Then third is called setting. So this is 3 modality we can add our articles. Please kindly see. Sorry, this is a 3 steps we have to follow for creating an account. The step number 1, profile. In the profile, it asking the name. Give the name. So for me, automatically it's detected as status Thiago, because I'm my profile name of this particular mail ID is status Thiago. But it's not be fair, because don't give your nickname here. But this is a nickname I'm giving my profile of my this account. Due to that, it automatically detects as Thiago. So this is what I did. I can modify here as a Thiago only. So you can modify as a Thiago and give the affiliations. You are from Assistant Professor, Department of Education, and University name. And email for verifications. If you have the institution mail ID, you can give the institution mail ID. It's not compulsory. So some people are in confusion that institution mail ID is to be compulsory. It's not needed. Okay, it's not needed. So if you don't have the institution mail ID, kindly skip this process. Only you can give the name and affiliations and the area of interest. If you have any kind of website, you can give the website. See, I didn't give any kind of affiliations now. Even mail ID given. Then go to the next button. Once you click the next button, the second step is to be article. We have to find some of the articles which is available in the online search, in the Google search. So for this, you can type the name of your academic publications name. No? For me, it's Thiago K, but I'm going to search Thiago. So here, once you type Thiago, automatically the Thiago based articles may be stored here. So those articles which is available as the Google search report or result, it may be stored here. From this, I can select my article. So which is my exact article. You can select 1 or 2. Otherwise, you can skip this process also. Even if you skip also, later we can add it also. So you can add some temporarily 1 article. And after adding this, you can go to the third steps, article updates. So here it also some other steps, apply updates automatically, email me updates for review. So you can go with apply updates automatically. This may be fine. And give this also, make my profile public. Suppose you'd like to stop your more profile is to be public. If you want to keep this as personal, you can remove this, you can disable it and click the done. So this is 2 more. Better to go with the profile list to be public, then only the people may connect with you. Then click done. So once you click done, it leaves your page. So this is a 3-step process. Just suppose if you don't have account now, you can do it. Okay, so you can go to the profile, give the name and affiliations, then give the articles. In the articles, automatically, if you based on the title, which the first name, last name, it automatically showing your article. If you're a lot of articles might show, but you have to select the article which is published. Don't select the other articles, because the Thiago Subramanian is not me. Subramanian Thiago is also not me. In down some of the articles might be there. I select 1 article. Then after that, go to the settings. The third step, see, this is my article. You're seeing this. So there's a 27 article I selected. So here the Thiago K, I selected 27 articles. These are the articles published by me. Then go to the third steps. It asks me this some kind of personal settings. You can view the settings and click that. So citation, H index, IT index, everything you can see. So these are things you already know about what is citation, H index, and IT index and all. Now I'm directly move to my demonstration view. I'm coming to the demonstration. Yes, this is my profile. Suppose I like to sign up now, so no need. So I'm going back. I'm telling how to access Google Scholar directly. So what you have to do, suppose you like to access Google Scholar now. What you have to do, go to the Google page, Now I'm going to tell how to sign in the process. Automatically, your account is already signed in, automatically may connect with you. So here I'm going to the Google Scholar. You can type as a Google Scholar. So this is one more. Otherwise, I'm recommended to go with this. Please kindly see there is a extension, Google Scholar button extension. All the research scholar, you should have this kind of extension. There is a one more extension also I'm suggesting to all of you. The other one is for Jotaro connector. The two extension I request all to install it, because it might helping to reduce a lot of time waste, particularly for while doing the research. The two extensions might helping a lot. One is called Zotaro connector, other one is called Google Chrome button, extension button. These two things you can install through the. It might work in the Chrome browser only. And now I'm typing as a Google Scholar. I'm going to the normal way. So click the Google Scholar. If you know the link, you can go to the scholar.google.com. Now you can see the mail ID. See, because I'm having a lot of mail ID, but I'm connected with this mail ID only, my profile. So once you click here, it leads the home page. So here he knows how to search the content and all. For searching the content, for searching any article, you can go to the, for example, I like to find the article flipped classroom. You can go with the flipped classroom. This is, you must know, you're already familiar that I'm skipping this, the searching based information. Just I'm going to tell how to set your settings and how to add your articles here. And because I yesterday itself some task is talking about how to search things and all. Just I'm focusing only the main part. Yeah, so this is my Google Scholar page. Now we can click the three lines. This is much important, the three line. This is yes settings. So here my profile, my library. My library represents, suppose if you are doing research nearly through 2 or 3 area, you want to compile your article. For example, there is a 10 article, 85th classroom. I want to compile the 10 article, 50th classroom library. Similarly, I am doing the research related to mobile learning. That there is 25 articles I already listed. That article I want to keep as my review purpose. You can keep it that article into different headings as a mobile learning. So for this my library, you can keep this some kind of track like a repository. This for the alert. So these are things you have to do. So in the case of alert, you can give this kind of alert. So like new citations to my article. Suppose any people are cited Tiago K or listed my names, the list of the articles in the Google Scholar, automatically there is a mail comes. So that is for new citation. Then some people are using my name Tiago K, their publication automatically the site alerts may comes. The new article, suppose automatically one article it's suggesting that there is the article which is published, it may be stored in the Google Scholar. For that also I'm giving the alert. So for creating alert, you can click the plus and create an alert. This much needed because then only we can easily to update how many people are cited, which is the article they cited. Everything we can easily to find from our Gmail itself. So because automatically my Gmail, I may get the plenty of updates. For example, today, see, in the morning, I got one kind of alert. There is an update. See, there is a Google Scholar. Because I already enabled the Google Scholar. If you click the Google Scholar, there is a 2 article. Classic genetics is me. This also not my article, but there is a other person, Tiago K. That's why it may listed here. The payment method, this also not my article. But see, there is a name Tiago. It's someone's article, but it detecting my name is there. No? So due to that, it gives some kind of alert. But automatically, I came to know that it's not my article because it's not my area of so if someone's published because I already told no, a lot of people having the same name. So in this they are publishing it. So this alert you have to fix it. Then only you can get the proper update in your Gmail. The second one, matrices, that's like all metrics. That's the main thing is settings. This is much needed. If you go to the settings, it's showing the result per page. Suppose you like to, while you're searching any reviews, on the same page, if you want to list 20 articles, you can go with the 20 articles, 10 articles. So how many articles you want to install here, you can go with 10. And if you want to go with the bibliography manager, so automatically show the links or import citations to text. For example, if I enable it, any people those are visiting my Google Scholar, they can be able to download my text file also. Therefore, I'm not enabling it. So the people sometimes they might be misused that. That's why I'm not enabling it. If you like to enable it, you can go with this. So what is the advantage? The automatically those who are accessing or those who are connecting with your link, they can see the Google Scholar link. They also find the text download view. They can download it the entire publication which you did from our end, and they can upload somewhere. So it's not be fair. That's why I'm not using this one. And this is the main things button. So because the button, I already told you there is a Google Chrome extension. This how we can install it. We can go directly the Google Chrome extension install. Otherwise, you can go to the button in the settings. There is an option called save. Right. Once you press the save, it asks you to install. You can install it and takes 2 minutes maximum. Then finally, you can find this kind of small button in the Google Scholar button. I request all those who are doing parallel along with me kindly install this button. Please, I request all install this button, Scholar button for your browser. You can go to the settings and click the button and go with save, because I'm already did. That's why you can find out this option in the right corner. For others, it's asking to save or install or save. I request all to install this one. Otherwise, suppose you are not able to find this one, what you have to do, go to the normal Google. You can type like this, Google Scholar button. Google Scholar button. You can type this Google Scholar button, Chrome extension. Chrome extension. You can type like this, and then you can install this one. So this is Google Chrome, Google Scholar button. Yeah. So if you go here, this is another way you have to install this one. So here you can go to the Google Scholar button. I'm already having the account, the Chrome extension. That's why it's asking to remove. But for your end, it's asking to install. Kindly install it. So once you install it, automatically this small button, small cap icon, it may comes here. Suppose you are not able to find here, what you have to do, you can go to the small, this called extension icon. Once you click the extension icon, you can find out the lot of Chrome extension which made it here. So you can select this pin. There's a pin option. Once you select the pin, the pin may changes a blue color. So once you select is a blue color, automatically it may shows in the browser search box near to that. So then after that, suppose now I like to connect the Google Scholar hereafter. Just I'm closing this one. Now I like to go with the Google Scholar. Now on the Archie ID. Now I like to go to the Google Scholar. Instead of going to the new browser or new tab and open the browser, I can go directly here. Once I click this tab, it automatically open my Google Scholar. You can type any keyterms and search. For example, I like to find the flipped classroom. So a lot of flipped classrooms things to be okay. Suppose I like to open a full screen, full tab, I can go to here. That's a full tab. It may comes. So this Google Scholar. So this is a way you have to install this button, and you can access the Google Scholar directly from this button itself. Now I'm going to highlight how to add the articles. So for this, I'm going to my Google Scholar, the home page. So go to your My Profile. Please can you see? You can, if you want to add your articles, you can go to the My Article. And if you want to do any kind of editing, you can go to the editing, the name and all, you can do editing. Now I'm coming back to the down. So here you can find the title, and there's a plus symbol. This is much important. For adding all your articles one by one, you can go to the plus symbol. If you click the plus symbol, some people are asking that how to add your article. Please kindly note how to add your articles. There's a 3 modality they given. One is called add article in a group. For example, in your article, it's like compile into 5 to 10 based on the. Sometimes it may consist single only. Sometimes there's a group of articles we show this here. So you can go with add article groups. For example, add article groups, it may list out the articles together, but you have to type your names here. Please kindly see, you can type add article and type your article, what is that Tiago. You can give the publication's name. Then you can see which are the article which is published. You can select here. For example, this is an article I published. There's a 27 article. If you publish, then you can select it there. Otherwise, you don't select, because this is not my article. My article is 34. You can see there's a 34 articles. I'm already down selected. That's why you cannot find the enable option. But if you're not selecting this, automatically showing the articles. So for example, if you select this one and go down, sorry, you can go to the second page. Suppose other page is not finding only the 27 article you want to integrate to your Google profile, go to the tick mark. So after selecting this one, click the tick mark. So what is the disadvantage? If you're adding the other article also, because this is not my article, if you're adding also, you may get the lot of citation H index. So some people are they doing this kind of fake also, because The same name, if someone's are publishing, if you're adding the articles from your repository in the Google Scholar, it also take consideration of the H index citation or not. So it's not be fair. Always you can check the article title, whether this article title is published by yourself, then you can select it here. Because that's why I told the same author names, lot of people having. So only things we have to find whether the article is published by your end, then you can select it here. This for the group. So it's automatically showing that the group of article which is related to your name. Now I'm going to the add article one by one through the Google search. So this is working with the Google search only, the basic Google search. So here I'm going to Thiago K. Here the same name. If you like to go with a small letter, you can go with the Thiago K, right? So then enter it for searching. So here it's showing the lot of articles. Suppose this is my article, for example, you can select this one and click this tick mark. So this is the way you have to go with this. And just, yeah. Here you can comes down. Lot of article, the first page, there is no article myself. The second page also is not my article because already some other article which is not enabled, no, it is already added. See, web tools is already in my profile. The effective Singapore mathematics is also in my profile. So like that, you can check which is the article of yours, your own contribution. Then you can select it here. For example, this is my article. For example, this actually is not mine. You can select this one. Suppose if you have your article, then you can select. Then go to the tick mark. Go to the tick mark. Automatically, these two articles, because I already select one article. These two articles might connect with my profile. So here you can see this article. And if the article has any citation, automatically your all metrics also may update. This matrix is also updated. Otherwise, it not be updated, right? So this is where we have to add the article one by one, single step. Now I'm going to tell how to add the article in a manual. So because some of the articles is not available, even the description are available in the Google Scholar, Google search. Particularly if you're publishing the early article in a hard binding based, because most of the journals in the previous days purely is book based, only the hard binding, not in a soft copy online based. That's why what we have to do, we can give the descriptions. You can go to the add article, please kindly note once again. Click the plus symbol, add article manually. Once you click the add article manually, you can find the other interface. Here, a lot of options are available. Even you can add your journal article, conference article, chapter, book writing, thesis. If you have any patent, if you have any court case or others, suppose like you are giving the lecture in YouTube or any kind of media, you can add anything. So in the case of journal, just I'm giving the brief how to add. You can give the title of your article. Like, for example, I published the article ICT in Education in the EduTech journal. The ICT in Education here, then author name. So I can give the author name. For example, Thiago K. There is a one more author. There's a one more author. For example, my scholar Vigila. Then T. So like this, you can give it. They're given some kind of example also. So from this example, you can type the first author, second author, right? Then publication date. So you can give the only year. For example, I published 2019, you can give the year. Sorry, I'm not going to edit it. So Thiago K. Then, so if the second author, you can give the that column. Then go with the second author, Vigila. Then T, right? Then the journal name, suppose EduTrack. This for only the demonstration. So I put the title as saying mobile learning for education. Mobile learning for higher education. This is my article, for example. Mobile learning for higher education. Right. So the volume number is 52. The issue number is 2, for example. The pages of my article is 52 to 59. Then publisher, if you know the publisher names, you can type the publisher names. After typing here, click the tick mark. Once you click the tick mark, automatically this articles may connect with here. Here, I already mentioned, we can add the descriptions of your publication only. Here, we cannot be upload the article, please. Some people are having the confusion how to upload out. Here, we cannot be upload the article. For uploading article, we need the different platforms like academia or research gate. From this only we can do it. So here it's not possible. Only we have to add the articles descriptions only. Similarly, if you like to go to the conference, go to the conference, but the conference is the different modality may comes, different questions. So previously in the journal, it's asking the journal name. No, if you go to the conference, it's asking the conference. conference title. If you go to the chapter, the title may change: book, volume number, and publication date. If you go to the book, it's asking a different question. If you're going to the thesis, the institution name, when you publish it, the patent, if you give the patent, it gives the, it's asking different questions. So you can add any articles or any patents as you like from here. Then after this, automatically it's showing your citations and the H-index, everything you can see from here. And the next thing, suppose you like to download the entire thing. I already mentioned, no? So if you want to download the entire thing into a different format, go to the entire, select all, and go to the import. And you can go with the BibTeX download or EndNote or Refman or CSV. Even the CSV Excel file also you can download. So the different way we have to download the entire articles, which is connected here. And see, other things, configure article updates. So here also some article updates. It's already highlighted here. Automatically update the list of articles in my profile. Don't automatically update. Which you need, you have to select it here. So this is a way you have to add your accounts. Now, if you like to go with your account profile, this is your account profile details. Okay, you can copy and share. For example, if you copy and share to the anyone, the people may configure this my profile like this one. So this is my academic link. It's not this also ID, but it's a URL ID. But in the case of Archie, it's a number. It's a number, 6-digit number. But in the case of research scholar, our identity is a URL ID, Uniform Research Locator, right? So the just I'm sharing this link to all of you. I'm sharing the link also. If you like to see my things, you can see the chat box. Please, I request the enable the chat box now. I like to share. Yeah, so I think my is enabled now for others only. Okay. So kindly see my link. If you click this link, automatically it may see my profile and you can see the other thing. But you cannot edit. You cannot edit, only you can see my profile only, because only those are accessing the account only they can be able to see the things. Now the time for question of this particular tool. I move to the next tool after giving the answer for this the Google Scholar. Anyone having the doubts in the Google Scholar, I request the yeah, I think they enable. I will come to the Scopus, sir. Mumurthy, I come to the Scopus, please. The any other questions, please? I request all, if you have any doubts in the case of Google Scholar, you can ask me now. In the Google Scholar, do you have any doubts? In the Google Scholar, do you have any doubts? Any other doubts in the Google Scholar? Yeah, only the things, that's a good question. So the email ID is not verified. Can the Google Scholar profile be visible to everyone? It's visible, not that much. You cannot be find out from the institution names and that, right? It's may visible, but you cannot be able to find the what is that, the people with the institution names. For example, I like to find the people with the institution names. Just I'm going here. Only the visibility, some kind of issues might come. For example, I like to go with my entire university, Central University of Kerala. Automatically, I can see the Central University of Kerala, all the people's profile. Sorry, this is the publication. Just I'm going to the profile. I'm going to my profile. In the profile, you can type the questions. So here you can go to the search. You can type here Central University of Kerala. Right. So here we can see all the Central University of Kerala. There's a K. Tangappan, cited by 52,000. So like all the Central University of Kerala, like we can access the profile with the name itself. Oh, suppose if you want to connect the people by the names, you can know the names. Otherwise, the link. So only the things, the profile is not available through the search. If you're sharing as a link, is accessible. I hope you understood. If you're sharing as a link, it's accessible, but in the public forum, it not be accessible. For example, if I like to go with Annamalai University, I'm going to the Annamalai University. Particularly the Sai Leela madam, I want to know. So if I know her name exactly, I can go with the Annamalai Sai Leela. So now this Sai Leela madam, see, this is Sai Leela madam, Assistant Professor Diploma Education. So this is a way we can easily connect the people. So we are not uploading the full article, then how can you improve the citation? So that's Magan Priya. If you want to increase your H index or ICANN index, only the suggestion, you can upload your hard copy of your article into the soft copy of your article into the academia or the research group. So when the people accessing it, they can read your article, then finally they can cite it, then finally it may increase your site the H index and ICANN index. Otherwise, you cannot find the things, because only the repository is compiling the work to compiling all our articles description is single link. That's only is there. Now I move to the next slide. I think there is no questions related to Google Scholar. I think so. So for compiling, do we need to article to publish? So what, sir, for completing the profile in Google Scholar, do we need an article to do? Yeah, at least one article should be what is the publishing. And what you have to do, while creating an account, you can select someone's name. For example, I'm selecting someone's name because while creating an account, the second step asking to select some of the article which you publish. Suppose till now you didn't publish any article, in the second step you can add the names which is related to you. You can add some people. For example, this is my article. Once you added, but the article is not yours. Now finally you know that this article is not yours. Then what you have to do, you can select this particular article and delete it here. So delete from here. So the first time users, you don't have articles till now, if you're not published, you can add someone articles. Then once you create an account, you can go and delete it. So it's not be fair if you're keeping in your profile itself. Kindly delete the article while creating an account because it's not yours. No? So what is the star mark against the citations number? So that is for the repetition. See, this is called some kind of repetition. Some people are giving the different citations. See, if I click the citation, this cited by the count includes citations to the following articles because some people are cited in a different manner. Some people are, for example, here they put the e-learn. There is no title as e-learn, but automatically detect that from the year as well as the from the what is the publications, some basic things it combines here is my article. That's why it's giving the some citation. There is a confusion here. If you go to the editor article, automatically I can see the editor article because here this is I given the profile like this. This is my descriptions I given like this, but someone's are quoted in a different manner. So there's a change may happen to the instead of edit tech, they may type as an edit e-learn. They think that the journal may be e-learn. Due to that, that kind of small mistakes is showing that small error is there. So that is not from our end. No? It is the cited people having some issues. Due to that, it may happen. So if we change our institution, our official email also, if you change, sir, how can you change our ID? That's why I told. So resume below, always you can create an account with your personal mail ID. Only the verification only you have to give your email, official mail ID. Please kindly, because sometimes if you are moving from one institution to other institutions, you cannot have access to the official mail ID. Therefore, what may request that you should create an account. Please kindly see. Once again, I'm going to the Google Scholar. I'm signing with my personal mail ID. I'm signing with my personal mail ID. But when you verifications only, you have to give your institution mail ID. Once you verify, even if you change that institution, it's not at all issue. Your account should be always the enabled one. So for starting the time for activating the account, you need an institution mail ID. But that institution mail ID is not your profile account. It is your verification account one. So therefore, you don't worry about that if you're changing to one place to other institutions, not an issue for your case. That is why I'm always creating an account with my personal account only, not from the institution mail ID. Only the institution mail ID you can use it for only for the verification purpose. Right now, I'm moving to the next tool because some people are asking this purpose. We have a few minutes only remaining. Therefore, what I'm going to do, just I'm telling the way to create an account of each profile. Then after I'm going to the only few demonstration of the other tools. Just I'm going to the Scopus. Please, someone's asking the how to create a Scopus account. This also screenshot. This also screenshot because I'm already having two accounts with Scopus. That's why I'm skipping the demonstration. Please kindly see how to reach the Scopus. For creating the Scopus account, there is no need for the institution mail ID. Some people having the wrong notion that the people should have the institution mail ID. It's not a needed. You can create an account in your personal mail ID. But only the things, if you want to get your Scopus number, ID number, if you have any publication in the Scopus repository, for example, if you are publishing any single article in the Scopus, automatically the Scopus platform, they provide a unique number for us. So if you are publishing more than 10 articles, all the 10 articles come to the single account details only, single link only. See this identifier of the Scopus, automatically assigned to an author, and only the things allows is automatically assigned to an author who has published at least one publication. index in the Scopus. It's not for the normal journal. If you're publishing a single article in Scopus, automatically in the Scopus profile, you can see your ID. Otherwise, you cannot find it. Creating account is not easy. So creating account is easy, but only the publications, after publication only you are finding the ID. So this is a Scopus homepage, scopus.com /home.uri. So what you have to do, once you go to the scopus.com home.uri, you can go to the two options, sign in as well as create account. For me, I am already having the account. So therefore, I'm going to sign in. But in your case, if you want to create a new account, go to the create account. Once you click the create account, it asks you your mail ID. I request all to give your personal mail ID. Don't give your institution mail ID. Because sometimes if you are shift from one place to other places, sometimes you cannot be connected with this account now. And even if you are adding the institution mail ID, there is other options called add and Gmail. From this, you can add your personal mail ID. Then finally, you can change your primary mail as your personal mail ID. That's also possible. So here I'm giving my personal mail ID. See, this is my thiagusuri@gmail.com. You can give your personal mail ID, then click continue. Then once you click the continue, it asks some kind of registrations. You give the name and family name and password. And the password, it's showing this strong. The password should consist of the minimum 8 character, include one letter, number, and its lower cases and upper cases. So that you should be concentrate. So it consists of the one upper cases, then one number, and 8 characteristics is much important while creating a password. Then after this, you can go to the register button. Once you click the register, it asks the continues to Scopus. That means it's enough. So it's a very simple process to create an account in the Scopus. So this only few steps. Kindly see the steps. I'm using my personal mail ID only. Go to the scopus.com. Then go to the home page, go to the create an account. Then click it goes to the next interface, give the Gmail address and give the password and some descriptions. Then after this, go to the continuous to Scopus. This is Scopus interface. There you can see my initial PK. So here the dashboard, you can see the dashboard on author search and sources, everything you can find it from here. Now, just I'm moving to my direct demonstration of the Scopus control. I'm going to direct demonstration. So my page, I'm going to sign in now. I'm going to sign in. Scopus. I'm just typing as a Scopus. So here I'm already signing. Therefore, it goes to the home page of mine. This is my Scopus. So I'm going to sign in. So here I'm going to sign in. Here I'm going to sign in now. Yes. See, this is my Thiago K. Automatically, my profile it's showing as Thiago K. Author profile. Here, this is my ID. Please kindly see 5721386044. It's my Scopus ID. So when you get this ID, if you have any single publications, only you can find in this ID. So see, if I go to my Archie ID, you can see my Scopus. This is my Archie ID. You can see the number, Scopus author ID 5721. The same number is available because I'm already connected with the Scopus Archie here. For adding the Archie, you can go to the settings and add the Archie, and also there a lot of process are there, and you can go to the merge the account from here. Now, this is my account article. Suppose the people want to access my article from here, they can click the awareness of questionnaire. They can see the entire article, how many people are cited. So now no one can cite because it's published 2019. And the people want to download the article, they can download it also. So there is a allowance counted. This is a abstract. So now you can see the cited. These are the citations I did while writing the articles. And the right side you are seeing the other things. Suppose you like to search the your articles, anything is available in the Google or in the Scopus. What you have to do, go to the search box. In the search, you can find the three options. One is for document search, author search, or the affiliations. Suppose you like to find the people from Central University of Kerala, you can go with the affiliations. In the case of author, you can go to the author. So you can type your name. For example, you want to know whether any of your article is published in the Scopus, because sometimes unknowingly some of the articles might in the Scopus, which is previously which you published yearly. Just you can type your name, the same how you're typing. For example, that my last name here I Thiago. So then go to the search. So once you click the search, it's showing the list those who are publishing the article with the Tiago KS. So now it's searching this. Let's see, there is a 4 members. They publish the articles still now in the name of Tiago K. One is called Tiago Krishnamurthy, then Tiago K. But the college is different. See, so the Tiago Krishnamurthy is from the Tamil Nadu Agriculture University. Tiago K from the Muttammal Engineering College from Rasipuram. Then this is mine, Tiago K, Central Institute of Kerala. There is no H index for me in the case of this purpose because I published only one. But Tiago Krishnamurthy published 9 articles. Then Tiago Katia, say from Multimedia University, only 1 publication. Suppose I like to find out me, so from my article, you can select it here and find it here because this is my article. So because you are finding this Central Institute of Kerala. So here you can select this, check this article. Okay, if you like to go to Central Institute of Kerala, you can go to Central Institute of Kerala. Here you can see the all the Central Institute of Kerala faculty profile. So how many H index for each department, everything is may find out here. This way we can check it the whether you publish any article in this scope. Right, this one. Wait, suppose you like to search the article, you want to publish some article in the Scopus. What my suggestion that go to the Scopus, go to the source. Okay, if you go to the source, it automatically showing the all the Scopus articles details here. Now what you have to do, go to the subject. This is a demonstration. I'm going to focusing how we can find the good journals and how we can send the article, because yesterday itself, yesterday one of the resource persons talking about what is a closed journal and all. So I hope you're already familiar with this. But here I'm showing how we can find a good journals and how we can upload this article, the article which made from your area, how to upload it. This process I'm going to tell you very briefly. Suppose I like to publish the article in education. That's why I'm going to the subjects area. There is option for title, publisher, and ISSN. So this goes back. Okay. I'm going to go to the source. Yeah. So in this case, subject area, you can whether you want to go to the subject area, title, or publisher, or ISSN. But now I like to go to the subject area because I like to publish in education based. Therefore, I'm going to select the education as a journal. Education-based journals from here. Even you can type search, you can find out the education from the 2 streams. One is the psychology streams, development and education psychology. The second stream, social science, there is the education. Now I like to select the education here, then apply it. Once you apply it here, automatically searching the journals which is related to the education. There is a 1,531 results of it, 1,531 results. It means a 1,531 scope journals which is related to the education. Now, gently, this small tips also. So if you like to publish the review of education research or internet higher education, very much standard. But the problem for publishing, it takes much time for reviewing and all, because sometimes they won't accept also. Okay, so it takes much time, no? So what my suggestion that so always you can go to the 3rd or 4th page. You can locate some of the journals from here. So just go to source. Once I'm going to do the same education. Yeah. Science is education. So when you're going to find the journals from the Scopus, you can leave the first 5 to 6 pages. Okay, you can go to the 10th pages or 15th page. So I like to go to the 5th page because it comes based on the citations, like alphabetical order only. So higher first, the lesser it comes down. So you can go with the 6th page, 7th page. You can find some of the good journal related to your article title. For example, I like to publish the article related to the technology. So I can see the title, none of the journals title is not related to technology. So there is a title, Education Technology Research. So therefore, I'm going to send the article from this because the other article, other journals like psychology background, science background only. Only this particular journals having the connection with the technology. Therefore, I like to explore this article. Once I click this journal, once I click here, you can see this view all documents. It's showing here. Yeah, it's me updating now. Here, it giving the details about the article, about the particular journal. Then, so it takes few minutes. Yeah, now it's showing now. Yes. So see, and whenever you are publishing, kindly check this one. So whether the Scopus coverage is present For example, some of the journals not the present, the scopus. Suppose if you're publishing this article, it's not countable. It's not countable when you're applying for any kind of posting. Therefore, you can kindly check. You can check this thing through the scopus only. Once you check in here, it is a present. Then what you have to do, don't find this article, journal from the net sources. Some people, what they're doing, just to copy this title and searching the things to the Google site, Google search, because most of the clone journal they have the same kind of the names. That's why yesterday when I was highlighting, the same name with the same ISBN number, it will be confusing. Therefore, what you have to do, whenever you want to access this particular journal, don't go with Google search. Always you can go to the this option, source homepage. Please kindly see. Only things you can check whether the present is enabled. Suppose it's only the 2019 only. For example, some of the journals only the 2019. Don't publish this article now because it won't be considered for the publications. Even the publications also they've been published, but it won't be countable for the while applying any kind of post. So kindly check whether this scopus coverage is to be presently available. Then after verifying it, you can go to the source homepage. In the source homepage, it goes to the direct homepage. So whenever you are uploading any article for publication, kindly connect the link, kindly connect the website through the Scopus, not from the direct from the website. Because most of the time, the scope, what is this? Most of the time, some kind of clone journals only, the websites may come first. Okay. So suppose it is not open here, sometimes there is a link might be issues. So I'm going to the next because sometimes they need stop also. So it seems it's not working well. Then I'm going to check the other journals. So these are things, small things we have to find. Otherwise, if you Google it, from this, if you're publishing it, sometimes it not be acceptable in the case of the recruitment. So now I'm going to the sixth page. So in the sixth page, I'm going to find some other journals related to technology. So like this, you can find some other journals which is regular. For example, the International Journal for Qualitative, then Higher Education, so Learning, Medical, Child. For example, I have to go with this International Journal for Quality Methods, for example, Open Access Journal. So I'm clicking here, Open Access also. So once I click the quality journal, it goes to the next page. Now it's present. This is also present, but there is no link. Say source is only, but there is no website link. Therefore, I'm going back because sometimes unknowingly, but it's a Sage publications. But even though we have some kind of issues might come because while searching through the Google, sometimes some kind of errors might come from our end because a lot of clones are available. We cannot find whether it's a clone or it's a genuine sites. Now I'm going to the technology, pedagogy, and education. For exploring the website itself, it's a very big task in the case of Scopus. So these are small steps you have to do. So here also they didn't give the link. So anyway, formerly known as Journal for Information Technology. So once I click here, we can see whether any other details is available here. Yeah, here also there is no, but see, there is a coverage discontinued in Scopus. This is a problem. This article is available in 1992. The Scopus coverage is 1992, 2002 only, but it's not now it's discontinued. But if you're publishing it now, it's only considered for the requirement. So these are the things. Once you look onto the Scopus only, you can find out these things. Otherwise, you can publish in a clone journal or a fake journal. Then we cannot be claimed later. So these are the small things you should be concentrate before sending an article to any journal. Sometimes we may think that for sending article, it's a very big thing, but sending articles is a big thing. But apparently for finding a correct journal, it's to be very much important. This is a European Journal for Teacher Education. It's a present now. Then go to the source homepage. Here the homepage are available. You can go to the homepage. Now this is an authentic website. This is an authentic website. Now what you have to do, you can register an account. You can register an account. You can create a username and password, and you have to upload the articles. Normally, in the case of Scopus, none of the Scopus are a research Web of Science article. They won't ask you, they won't request you submit your article to the email. So if someone's asking to submit your article through the Gmail, don't send because that article is totally fake only. Because the Scopus as well as the Web of Science, they always enter, and most of the, I'm telling you, nearly 90% of the journals, the Scopus and Web of Science, they entertain to send the article through their websites only, through the websites only. So you have to do like this, go this particular sites and then upload it. So then for uploading time, it asks me to upload your abstract separately, upload your article image separately, table separately, everything they ask me separately, they have to upload it. And lot of review process also there. It's not easy to publish the article immediately. So lot of review process also there. So with this, we can check the proper journal and then you can send the article. So I hope now you are getting to how to create an account and how to set the correct journal to send the article. So any other queries, please, I request the audience kindly enable this the chat box. If you have any doubts in the Scopus, kindly ask me now. Otherwise, I can go to the next level. So can we have some other tool also. Any other doubts? Any other doubts in the case of Scopus? So I request the organizer kindly enable the chat box.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, thank you. So if you have any doubts, you can ask me, then I can move to the other tools now. I think there is no doubt. In the case of Scopus, only things before publishing it, the Scopus or the Web of Science, kindly check whether the journals to be authentic. I have Scopus login, publish Scopus, but unfortunately, I didn't get my Scopus ID. I will share my PowerPoint there. You can easy to find the steps to be find the Scopus. Only the things you can select your name. There is a name of your name, no, on publish name. Once you click here, automatically it's showing your ID and all. Please kindly look. Some journals shows the both still present and disconnect, but that's why I told always in the case of H-index is good, Scopus are good. So based on the institutions also. For example, some of the recruitment agencies they may look onto only the Scopus. Some of the agency, even our institutions, our university, they may selecting for the Google Scholar. But the Scopus publication is not easy in the case of the social science or the language background people. For the science people, it is easy. So that is why, based on the university, they can decide whether they can go with the Scopus H-index or in a what is that Google Scholar. That is based on the recruitment committee. They can decide what kind of things they can go with this. Yes, now I'm going to the next two tools because I'm not having the time now. Just I'm going to tell how to create an account. Other things you can explore from your end, please. Now you can see the Web of Science researcher ID. How to create a researcher ID. The Web of Science previously it's called Web of Science and Clarivate Analytics only the link. Now it's called Publons. Now the different platform they're moving to. That's called Puplan. The Puplan. Some people have the confusion that Puplan and the research IDs to be different. Both the same one. So you can go to the Web of Science. Once you go to the Web of Science also, in down you are finding the create a Puplan profile. You can click here. It automatically go to the Publons. In the Publons, there is an option called register. Click the register and it asking some kind of preliminary details, email address, password, re-enter password, first name. You can give these details. Please kindly give the details. This is I'm talking about how to create an account. So this is one way. Suppose you like to connect with your Orchid ID or your Facebook ID or Google directly. What do you do? Instead of creating an email address, instead of giving the email address password, you can go directly from the down. There is option called ID. Please kindly see this called Orchid ID. Once it press the ID, it goes to it asking the Orchid credential. I'm already connected the Orchid credential, my Gmail only. Therefore, I'm selecting the Gmail and it asking the access permission. See, it asking the access permission. Automatically, my Orchid ID is showing here. Then you can give the authorized access. Why it's needed in the sense because automatically your research scholar, research ID, it may connect with your Orchid ID. For this, you have to give the authorized ID. Once you give the authorized access, it goes to it means that you have created a platform of the Publons. Then you can go to the continue, you can skip this process. Then it asking some kind of admin because I'm adding my account, I'm creating an account through the this one only, no, like Archie ID. But now there's an option they provide after creating an account, add an email. Even we can create a mail also. We can add your mail for accessing the same account. If you go to the add mail ID, we can add any mail ID as you like. So here I'm adding some other mail ID, theagisi@gmail.com. So automatically it shows that this is my connected ID. Then this is my other thing. So once what is the advantage of connected with the Orchid ID? Automatically your research, what is that? Archive ID, sorry, that article which is uploaded in the archive, it's also enabled here. Just I'm moving to my direct demonstrations of my research gate. So see, sorry, Web of Science. Just I'm giving the Web of Science for easy purpose to know. I'm going to the search Web of Science. So Web of Science. Otherwise, you can go directly to, suppose if you have the doubts about how to go with the Web of Science, you can go with Publance directly. I'm going to the login credential. Once I go to the login credentials, it asks me to connect with my login credentials. So here it asks me the things. Now I'm going to connect with my archive only. So here I'm clicking the archive ID. Here I'm clicking the archive ID. So once I give the archive, automatically it may connect in my account. See, this is my Web of Science. Web of Science now. Yeah. So it's creating. So it takes a few minutes to update. Yeah. So Tiago K, you can see my profile. You can see my profile and other profile is available. You can see the manuscript and all. If you like to go with the home page, you can go to my home page. So this for the master journal, just journal match manuscript. So a lot of options are available. You can check your profile. Otherwise, what I'm going to do, I can go directly to my research gate. So researcher ID. So because I'm already connected with the research ID, we can go like this also. This is my Publance ID. You can see there's a 60 articles I integrated. So here I'm going to log in directly because previously we went for the Web of Science. Now I'm moving directly to the logins Publa. Then I'm giving the ID. So now I will log in. Now you can see all my articles. This is for the publications. If you want to see my articles, you can see my publications articles. And this is my publication. So still now I published 6 articles in the University News, 2 articles in the iManager, 1 article in the this is like a small summary also, the publication summary is also available. So this is for the so other things you can explore it because we have only a few minutes time only. Just I'm coming back to the presentation slide. Yeah. So we are already discussing the Google Scholar. Now I'm going to talk about how to create a Google ResearchGate profile. So the ResearchGate is a profile we can upload your article also. Then from this we can increase our citation and other things. So the ResearchGate, you can go to the ResearchGate. Only thing for the ResearchGate, you should be having the your institution mail ID for the ResearchGate only. First time while creating. After that, you can add your personal mail ID also. So this is the first steps. ResearchGate.net. Then it asking whether you are the academic or a student. You can give the academic or student or corporate or medical, which you are belongs to. You can select here, and it asking the institution name, the department. You can give the details, but here you can give the institution mail ID, right? Institution mail ID. If you're giving the normal mail ID also, but it takes time to be activate your account. See, the signing up your personal email requires extra steps for verifying your account. Small extra steps might be there. So this is my, after creating this account, you can see this profile. This is my ResearchGate profile. Just I'm coming back to my direct demonstration of the research. Yeah, so just I'm going to my ResearchGate. You can see, just I'm telling how to upload it also. So I'm going to stop my presentation sharply 12:30 because we have 7 minutes more. So I'm going to the ResearchGate. This is a ResearchGate. Yeah, so I'm already having the login account. That's why you're seeing the things. So in the ResearchGate, once if you like to see my profile, you can see my profile. This is my profile. So I can share my profile this way. So this is my link. I can copy this link. I can share this link to the chat box. So this is a way we have to share the your credentials of the things to others through this mode only. This is my link of my ResearchGate. So here just I'm telling how to upload the articles. For adding the upload the article, you can go to the add in view. So once you go with the add in view, it's asking whether you want to upload the article in a conference where presentation, poster, data, other or project, even the article and book, you can go with the any more. Suppose I like to go with the article, then click the article. In the article, it asking the this kind of details. You have to whether you want to keep this article public mode, you can go with public mode. Just I'm adding one PPT. So if I add the one PPT, so here it automatically uploading. Then after uploading, it has some kind of basic information like the abstract and who is the author, where you publish this article. There are small things you have to be give the details, and finally you can click the OK button. So in this manner, you have to upload the article. It's a hard copy. You can convert the hard copy article into the soft copy, and then you can upload it. So now it takes time to be uploaded. That's why I'm skipping this process. Yeah, so just if you would like to show my VMake profile, you can go to my profile. In the profile, you can see all my details. This is my basic details, and you can see the research. If you click the research, you can see my publications details. So all the details, publication details are available. Even you can download it also. You can download all my articles, soft copy. And if you like to check my statistics like a matrix, you can see the matrices. So how much the matrices are working. Similarly, there is other profile like academia. So this is my favorite profile, academia. So academia.edu. So this is an account I created in 2014, I think so. So still now, this look like a saying academia research gate and all. So here I'm showing my profile, and I'm using this account is a paid also. Paid version I'm using because from the paid version only we can see who is cited, who is what is the downloaded our website article and all. So for this I went for the payment, but I'm not recommending for the payment. You can use your without payment also. For creating this account, you don't need for the institution mail ID. You can create your personal mail ID. See, still now my articles read by the 20,000 people and 20,000 people, and top 2% my things are that nearly 527 people are following me. So the same. So here I'm uploading all my articles. More than 75 articles I uploaded. Due to that only I increase my citation somewhat because the education sector for getting a citation is very much difficult. So here for adding article, look like in a Google site. So in the research gate, you can go to the add in view. The same way you have to upload any article. It's a soft copy here. Upload a document. The file, you can upload it or some kind of descriptions like the journal name and the abstract you can give it, and finally this may comes in your profile. So this is the way you have to upload the article. So now we have the 3 minutes more. Just I'm putting the my presentation. So the other tool I'm already talking about academia. So the how to create an account, what you have to do in the case of academia, go to the academia.edu. It's finding the option called Google sign up. You can use the Google sign up options. Then you can select the account, select the mail account which you want to connect with your academia. Then there is another account called archive author. This is specifically for the physics background people. For them, you can go to the archive.org. Then from there, it's asking to create an account, login credentials. There you can create an account. This for the other people, those are blanks to the economics people. For them, this is specific author identity service. Repec author service. You can go to the Repec author service and you can create an account from the register now option. So now the PubMed for any people, particularly for the medical field. So in the medical field, you can go to the PubMed and go to the login. Once you go to the login, you can find out the options for sign up in DAO. In the sign up, you can go with sign up with any mode, even the Google account or Orchid, any mode you can go with it. But I recommend with Orchid, that should be fine. So this is the way we have to connect with this. So I'm stopping these presentations. There is another one, Microsoft Academia Research ID. Look like a Google Scholar. Further also you can go with Microsoft Academia. Then go to sign up and sign in. Then you can go with sign in with your Gmail account or in your what is this? One more account. Even if you have the Microsoft account also, you can sign in. Then you can add the articles same like Google Scholar. Then there is another one is called LinkedIn. The LinkedIn, normally we are using for social media connection only for the professional development. But in the profile itself, there is option called accomplishments. In the accomplishments, we can add our publication, we can add our patent, we can add our post-graduate project, HANA award, anything we can upload it in the LinkedIn. Therefore, LinkedIn also is part of the author identifications ID, because if you want, if the people want to connect with me, this is my link, linkedin.com/INTRSurya47. This is my ID. So like this, each one having some kind of different ID. You can connect if you're having the LinkedIn account. So these are some of the abbreviations related to the terms which are connecting up. So just I'm skipping this one. So I think they exactly 12:30. I stopped my presentation. Thank you so much, and special thanks to the Sai Lila madam to provide this chance for me. I don't know whether I'm satisfied all the people. So do you think I'm not able to highlight all the tools? Only few tools I did the demonstration from my end. Hopefully it might be helping me a lot to lead the further. And thanks to the Ambedkar sir and other faculty member of this department. I know most of the people that do this, I'm highlighting all the people's names here. And thanks to all the participants for your active involvement in this particular. Amazing. Thank you all. Now, if you have the queries, kindly ask me.
Yes, sir. I have enabled the chat, sir, so that the participants can ask.
If you have doubts, kindly type in the chat box. Yes.
Right.
Yes, sir. So there is a one question from Redima. How to delete an account? Just time. Say, sir, please kindly see the academia. It's a good question because some people's not having the idea how to delete it. You can go to the your profile. Suppose you like to delete one account, you can go to the profile of your academia. Then go to here and there is an account setting. In the account setting, you can find out these delete options. Okay. In the account settings, you can see the blocking and reporting. So there you can see the other features like deleting an account, other options also available. So you can see the privacy settings, account settings. So we can delete the account also. You can delete your account. That also is available. See, even the account setting, you can find the option delete an account. So you can see the option called delete my account. From this, you can delete it. So I hope now you are getting the options how to delete it. It's available in the delete itself. Okay. So any other questions? For any platform, there is a delete account is there. Okay. Any other queries? But I request all of you kindly keep your credential for your research credentials in your mail itself because it is the communication. If the people want to connect you further academically, you can have this kind of link. Even sometimes we cannot memory all the ID's number. So after creating this, you can keep this kind of signature. It's always with you. Whenever you need, you can check you can share these details to anyone just to copy and paste on chat. So always keep it with your profile. It's a signature profile. It's very easy to compare it. Otherwise, you can go with a separate website. There you can keep everything. How to get a low cost and discount access of academia research scholar? Yes, sir. In the case of academia, I am using the low cost only. So generally, it comes with 3,500. 3,500. But once you are the grants to the academia students council, the first year they provide only half of the amount only. So I started the account, started to the payment 1,400 only, 1,400. So I'm using 1,400 rupees only I'm using because I'm giving some kind of details like where I'm working. So from this I'm using my paid version of the academia, only 1,400. Yes, yes, 1,400 something. So 1,400, 1,500. I am forget the total amount. So that much only comes 1,400, 1,500. Can you just show the Scopus verifications of the journal, internal journal of current research and review? So student discount based, so that I already show. So anyway, I'm just on because that is asking the Scopus. So the questions from me, I think you're asking that how to find the journal, no sir? How to find the Scopus journal? So you can go to the subject area. First, you have to sign in. Then after this, go to the subject area and the area which you like to find the journals. So I'm going to the education. So for the refresh the research, which sites will be more beneficial? Approach first and create an article and paper along with the applications. So you can discuss these things in your subject specific teacher because each tools having some subject specific also. Better to discuss that specific questions of your area with your teachers. They might know the journals particular journals. So here I like to go with the education. So in this education, just I'm applying it here. A lot of journals may be stored here. I'm always recommend to go with more than 10th page. Okay, so because the first 10 page, if you're sending also, they won't accept the article. Okay, importance of H index also. Yeah, the H index is much important in the case of the future recruitment and all. So if you know what is the H index, I can just Google it. They can read the meaning of H index, I-10 index. So the H index and I-10 index is talking about the quality of the researcher. So if you want to find the researcher credential, researcher productivity, now the papers are accessible to the H index, ICANN index as the citation. Always you should be having the good citation H index and yeah. Now just I'm going to the 10th page. I like to go with this particular journal, in journal, open access. So what you do, open, click here. You have to check the two things. One is whether it's a present. Please kindly see whether the journal is a presently is available in Scopus. That is much important. After this, you have to go to the source homepage. Then these two things you have to do. So you have to check the Scopus whether the journal is to be available in the present. Then finally you can go with uh, the link of the particular website. This is an ASIN journal. Then you have to see some journal, even some of the what is that? Clone journals, they keeping the advertisement like UC Scopus and all. We cannot find whether it's correctly or not. Therefore, always you can connect the link, the website link through the Scopus. Don't go with a Google search. Don't, for example, just I'm going with a Google search. Yes, in journal, see this here link, right? If I go with search the same website, same journal, it gives a different name. For example, this is another Simoga. This is a fake. Yes, in Journal of University Education, the same name. It is a fake one. Because the URL, see, this was Simoga. You can see the yes in journal. But it's come to the Simoga Institution. Like, oh, it's the AJR, no? That is okay. Then AJR is fine. I thought this Simoga, this AJR. So some of the journals, they have the same name, but it will be a fake also. Kindly ensure this thing. Therefore, always you can go with the Scopus link itself. Then it will be fine for you. So view all the documents not highlighted in my web page. Please clarify. View all documents not highlighted in my web page. Which documents, Apache? I can understand. Which view all documents means which are the documents you are talking, not highlighted in my web page. You are talking about this Scopus. Are you talking about Scopus? Yeah. So which is not highlighting? Which is not highlighting? Which is not highlighting whether they listed this these things you are not able to show in here. Yeah. I am using the institution made it because the Scopus is not a free one. Sorry, the Scopus is not a free one. Only the account you can create it, but this kind of search we need institution made it. Okay, so I am using my institution made it. So the institution made it, it's not totally free. The Scopus partially they're providing the free services. You can create an account, but we cannot. Sometimes we cannot access as I'm accessing from here because I'm using my institution account. 3 years ago there is a used carriage, but now no, don't go with this because even I am getting the regular update from the mail. So I am giving the backup dates with some publications. Kindly give this much of money, I can publish. Don't go, don't go. Right now, you can know the online spam, online the issues. So they may give this kind of propaganda, but when you're going for the recruitment agency, recruitment institution, they won't select the particular journal. They may throw the journal. So and also the particular journal is not available in the current time is UC care. Okay. And what they do normally, what they do in this kind of fake journals, they can upload your article in their websites, but they put the term as an archive. In the archive, your articles might be there. But when you click the archive, the people might see that when it published. Because the archive date, even the publication date will be old. But the archive date, when they upload it, no, that information might be, any people can watch it from there. Therefore, they can easy to check the agency which are giving the job for you. They can check whether it's a fake or not. So therefore, don't go for the packed out based journals. It's not be fair. Yes. So don't go with the special issues also. Before, because of the problem with the journals, once you publish the article in the clone journal or some fake journal, you could not send the same article to any other journal because already it's published. No, it is already available in the online. Therefore, it's showing 100% plagiarism. So wasting money is one side. Wasting money is one side, but the bigger challenge for preparing the article, because once the article you lost in the online, you could not make it the same article later. No, it's very much difficult. money is one aspect. Money we can earn today or tomorrow. But the problem, once you lost the article, one good article from your end, you did it, but you publish in a clone journal, you could not use the same article for the next time. So be cautious of this. Yes, thank you.
Shall we end the session, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Please.
Sir, end the session. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for coming to this session. I invite Kalevani ma'am, Organizing Secretary, to propose stands.
Good afternoon, sir. The main purpose of research is to disseminate information to the right person by the researchers who need a proper identity. Participants never realized the significance of author identity. Your session has ignited their minds with a live demonstration of creating ID, ORCID ID, Google Scholar ID, Scopus, Web and Web of Science, ResearchGate. I am sure after this session, it will be enable the participants to create identification in digital space using various IDs, not only creating but also to upload their articles in the digital space, which will help in their visibility, thereby improving citations. Sir, you have also explained how QR code can be used as further ID. On the whole, the session was very informative and educative and was highly beneficial for participants. Once again, I thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, participants. Tomorrow we will again meet tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. Thank you, Anandal. Tomorrow we will meet at 10:30 a.m. for this session. Thank you.